So why do most women think they have good cake when they fail in most regards? Is because most men are thirsty just to get cake. So they would say whatever it is to have the women believe that all of them have good cake, and it's not the case.
I like it when you are thick, and then a lot of feeling it like I'm holding a track.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, you made it clear. You made it clear that 40-year-olds should not DM
No,
you.
do not. Stay away from me. I'm not saying age, have a 10-year gap, and you think we'll be successful. That's that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that age is a factor. Most men, that's not what they want. Most men.
No, but right now, we have Serge, we have Galston. It's 50-50 right now.
Okay.
Right now, where I'm sitting, I see 50-50. Hello and welcome to SA Men Talk. I am Tebo Team Kulu. And as you guys know, this show is all about getting into the minds of men and finally understanding how men feel about certain topics. On today's show, we are talking about sex and what do men prefer. Please, guys, don't go anywhere because this is going to be a very jam-packed show. I have two amazing guys who will be dissecting this topic.
We're going to be breaking it down.
Yes, I got Galston Anthony and Serge Galston.
We are here to tell the truth about sex, relationship, what you love most in the relationship. No man will stand here to be a priest who say doesn't love sex, who doesn't love women. They make us for the women. Let us love them. Let us take good care of them. Even if he give you sex, it's their own option, opinion.
No lies on this table. We're going to speak as much truth as possible. We might have different opinions, but hey, what do you guys think?
Serge, you are looking all dapper in your Versace.
You know when you have happiness around you.
Yes.
I'm not talking happiness about women.
What kind of happiness?
Happiness as a father. I have always a happiness for my daughter. She loved me so much. That's why every day I have a smile. I love dressing nice.
That's nice. So Serge, for people who haven't watched our previous episode, who is Serge?
Look, Serge is the father of who's raising one beautiful daughter. Most people knows my daughter. Post him always on Instagram. I'm a businessman. I run an entertainment company. I run few projects. You understand? I can't go through to my project, what I do. But those who know me, they know what I do.
Serge, you always say you don't want to go deep in
And
your
then
projects.
he goes deep.
Look, when I go deep,
No, we
I'm
want to
scared
know.
people to get my
What are those
idea.
projects? We want to know.
I don't want to go deeper. You know, most people might steal, my idea of
Yes.
making money,
Okay.
especially on my age. You know, it's not like I'm a tinchy. I don't want to share my idea. I share it with those people who are around me. Just know that I'm a businessman. You understand that? Try to do your
Because
proper-
people were asking, what business is Serge in?
Look, most people know. You see on my social media, I post
Yes.
what I do. I post my tracks. I post what I do, what I'm building. You understand that?
Yes.
I'm sure those who follow me, they understand what I do for a living. It's not like, because you see me, I'm from faraway country. We're all African people. I don't do illegal things. I don't sell drugs because most people think all foreign in this country, that's what they push. I don't even know the color for it, what you look. Just a very young man, good looking, a father of 12 years old daughter. I'll be turning 13 on the April. I'll be
Very,
making a
very
wonderful
young.
party for
How
them in
you
Dubai.
said you are very young. How young? No, I'm kidding. You don't have to tell us how young.
Thank you.
And we have the best to ever do it.
The best to ever do it, Galston Anthony is my name. And I am a lot of things. Creative entrepreneur, cinematographer. I run a media company. I run a production company. I'm a daddy. I'm a proud son to my mama, my dad. And the list goes
Love
on
it.
and on and on.
Love it, love it, love it. So, guys, the show is all about getting into the minds of men to finally understanding what men think and what men do and how and so forth. This is the platform. Let's start with, we are dissecting this, guys.
Let's break it down.
We are breaking this down.
Let's break it down, yeah.
Women want to know. I mean, I've been getting DMs. Women, guys, by the way, if you have topics that you want us to address, do comment on the comment section with your topics, what you would love us to address. And please don't forget to subscribe, click that bell, and what else?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Click.
Comment section, please comment as much as possible. Agree, disagree, share your opinions. cuss us out if you have to. I'm lying. Don't be rude. All right? Just let's talk.
Yes, guys, please subscribe. I mean, we have more viewers than our subscribers. So it would be nice for you guys to subscribe so that we can create more content for you guys. So we're going to start with sex. We've heard that you men say women lie.
You
in
heard men, not
sex.
you men. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
okay.
one of those.
I've heard that some men say
Right.
women lie about sex if they enjoy sex and so forth. So we're gonna start with sex. When it comes to sex, do men also lie? Oh, okay. No, wait. Let me rephrase. When it comes to sex, because I don't think women really lie much. I really don't think women lie when it comes. Well, you know what I mean.
Obviously,
I don't lie.
obviously, your husband is handling his business.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. He puts it down.
Do women, do men lie to women about sex? I think if I have to rephrase that question, why do women or most women think they've got good cake?
Ooh.
If I have to
Ooh.
rephrase it in that fashion,
Ooh.
it's a mystery to me why most women actually think they have good cake and they don't. Most don't. Right?
Wait, did you just say most women don't have good cake?
Yeah, and there's plentiful reasons why that's the case, right? It's the hormones that they're taking, the food that they're eating. It's affecting, vaginal quality. But let me break it down. So what do I think about what is good sex? Now, there's three things, right? I think I've fornicated enough to understand what this all means, right? I do not encourage fornication, just by the way. And I've been married twice as well. And firstly, it's vaginal quality. Secondly, it's the feel and performance. And when I say feel, it's the bodily feel, right? This is what makes...
You mean the feel of the cookie?
No, the feel of the body. The vaginal
okay.
quality is the feel of the cookie.
Yeah.
And then the feel would be the body, how good it feels in that person's hands, right?
Yeah.
And then third, the performance. These are the three elements of what good sex
Okay, so we
is
break
made
it
out
all
of.
three down. So we're gonna start with
Right.
the vaginal
Vaginal
feel,
quality.
quality.
Right. Vaginal quality is how good it is and how wet is it and how tight versus not tight it is. That's the vaginal quality.
Yeah.
Right? This is where most women fail, right? Because of the hormonal intakes. Then the feel would be, is the woman overweight or is she underweight? Or does she have, in the words of most men, does she have meat in the right places? Does she have the good, peach?
Yeah.
Is everything in place for that guy, right? And third, where also women don't really come to the table, is performance. Does she do all the tricks on her side as the man is supposed to do on her side? So that's what it means. So why do most women think they have good cake when they fail in most regards? Is because most men are thirsty just to get cake. So they would say whatever it is to have the women believe that all of them have good cake, and it's not the case.
Are you guys ever honest to a woman that their cake is not good? Are you ever honest?
I try to be as honest as possible, right? I try to avoid lying, and I guess is because...
I think the topic is, are men honest?
Yeah,
I think
men
that's
in
today's
general,
topic.
so I just need to clear things out. Yes, are men honest? Most times, no. But I try not to lie to a woman. So with that being said, if she doesn't ask me, is my cake good, then she will not get an answer. However, if she does, I'll give her a direct answer, but like, this is what I feel and think. But how would most men say? It's like, yeah, of course it's good. Of course it's good. I could revisit the cake factory again over and over just so that he has access to it, right? Access to more and more. But I don't think he's off the belief that it is good. He just wants to have that access, so therefore the lies.
But, Serge, you know what? Let's go back for Serge. Serge, do you think most men are not honest when it comes to sex?
Look, I'm going to sit here to tell the truth, As men, I'm not going to stand here to defend men or talk lies about men. You understand? I'm going to respond to your question. I want you again to clear your question that you're asking me again. Can you repeat it again?
Most men, are they dishonest to women about how they feel about the sex?
I think yes. Because you know what could be the reason? I'm going to give, according to me,
Yes.
how I feel. Because sometimes when you have a sex with your partner or whatever you pick up, even if you don't enjoy it, it's not good for you to disrespect it, to tell her that it's not good. She might not feel okay on that. You'll just pretend. When you are pretending, it's part of lies. Already you are telling her to make her happy. You understand? It's very difficult for me to tell my partner, when I'm having sex with you, I'm not enjoying it. You understand? I'm discouraging her. You understand, when it comes in time of that. That's where you show that most of us, we lie. That's why we cheat to our partner. Yes.
Okay.
Because I did not enjoy it, I want to go have a different test.
But I've heard a lot of men say that, I think you even once said it, that...
Uh-oh.
I think you even once said it that you probably said it earlier that sometimes a man may cheat on the woman. Sometimes a man can cheat on the woman, not because the sex is not good, but because it's just a man.
Yes.
So men have biological reasons why they cheat, not necessarily cheat. I need to be careful how it's said. So, however, whoever's listening, understand it in this context. Men are built. How the formation of a man is to have sex. Now, most weak men, which makes majority of the men are weak in this instance, is that they just want to have sex with everything and everyone and all the time, right? But that's biological. That's how they are built, right? So they would definitely lie and say whatever it is to get it. Now, the reason why they cheat on their wives is for variety. Because men like variety, as opposed to women, they can be attached to just one. I just want to say is that men love variety. Do I encourage variety? No, I don't, right? But I've had variety to speak on it and to tell you more or less my experience.
Okay.
Okay, we are not sitting here to disrespect the woman.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
guys, we're not
Of that.
disrespecting women.
You understand? Especially men like me, I have a full respect of the woman because can be young or older. They are like my mom.
Yes.
That's the same way the Bible say that your God in this world that we're living is your father and your mom. I'm not going to stand here. That's why I always support women. That's what I prefer always. It's better for me to help a woman than helping a man.
Yes.
Because of what? I take them as like my mom.
Yes.
Same way I'm raising a girl.
Yes.
Do you understand? Sometimes we as a man, we need to accept our blame when it comes in time of
Lying.
the right of the woman.
Yeah.
And our approach to the woman.
Yeah.
We good on lying to the woman.
Yeah.
Whatever you get from the woman, when you satisfy your need, you move on to another partner.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Maybe I wanted this person just for sex, whatever, get sex, and then I move on to somebody else.
But as women, we're not normally like that.
Yes, that's true. You understand?
It's changing with the modern women, though.
On the relationship, the most cheater is the man.
Yes. Most of the time.
Did you agree with me?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So it's not the case.
Okay, I want to hear
No, we're not talking about cheating
Okay.
today.
No,
Yeah.
I
We're talking
agree
about
with
cheating.
you. We're talking about general when it comes in terms of that. We go to the sex.
Yes.
You understand that? We give the reason why men
Yes.
want to focus in the one woman.
So I think let's just cover the idea, why do men lie, and we'll get to the place of the cheating. Okay, so men are we have to understand that if you lie a lot, you're a weak man, right? And the reason why they lie is to get the cake. And I think these men that lie are the bottom of the food chain. These are not men. These are cockroaches, and they should be ashamed of themselves, right? Now, a lot of these men see a married woman and say, look, she got a nice thing going on there. And she goes there and she looks at her husband and be like, and they got kids, whatever the case may be, and would say, look, she hears the story because women like to pour their hearts out. It's like, hear the story and be like, you know what? I wouldn't do that if I were him. I would treat you right. I would do it. And here she is starting to fall for this world that she's creating, that this useless jamoke will never create what the husband has. And until the day she drops her panties and boom, there goes the joy, right? Boom, he gets into bed with her and gets what he needs to get. Why I call these men not just liars, but the bottom of the food chain is because they destroy marriages. Right, so there's the mother, there's the father, and there's the kids. Now they separate. They broke this whole thing. What worth is the lie? To go and break marriages, to go and break structures that actually work. I'm not encouraging fornication, But hell, find all the single
Like,
women.
how far did your lie go to a point where it broke a whole family? Is that's what you're saying?
Right. And men do this very often because men are seeing that they, especially now more than ever before, that they don't have too many good options, so they have to scavenge. Right? For them to scavenge, they have to lie. Most men are hyenas. They're not lions. They see what's lying in the cut, laying there, weak one, and they will just grab it and have it. And once they've taken a bite out of it, they'll let it be. Right? But then the consequences of that is that the woman's marriage now falls apart. The woman's emotion falls apart. And those kind of men, they're the bottom. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. So do men lie often? Absolutely.
Yes.
They do that for the cake.
For the cake.
Yeah, just for the cake.
And women don't do that. Like, women are all about, they want to build a relationship. They want to build something with the man. Why do men go through such lengths? Is it worth it in the end? Like, is the cake worth it?
It's never worth it. However, there's something that you're absolutely incorrect about. So women don't do that. Women now in our modern time do that. So women do steal men from women, but from their men. But what they do is they take the entire relationship. So if I have to just put this in comparison, if I see, and me being the bottom of the food chain, if I see a woman and she has a man, I just want to lie to her to hit that and go about my business. When a woman sees me with a woman, she wants the entire me. She wants me to be her man, to provide for her and to do everything.
She wants to take you away from the
as a
family.
whole. But she will leverage sex for me, right? But now the question here is, why do men lie that often? So it's not necessarily, we're not talking about the other way around for now. But I just wanted to be clear that women do that too.
Yes.
But just sticking to the subject, men that do that, y'all are cockroaches. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Just putting it out there.
True. And then you broke down the whole cookie, the whole cake. You said that the quality of the vagina. What is quality to you as a man?
Well, for me, two things come out. I think this is for all men. Is that two things determine the quality of the vagina: is how wet it becomes, and how tight it is. Right? These are the two main quality of a good vagina. Right? If a vagina struggles to get wet, a man doesn't enjoy it as much. If the vagina feels like you're parking a car in a plain garage, he wouldn't enjoy that very much. So those are two important factors for quality, vaginal quality.
And you, Serge?
I'm going to support what he said. I'm going to add one more. It's not only about the vagina being tight or wet, whatever. We need extra work when you're having relationship with your partner. I'm going to use that word, where you need to do certain movements. You understand? You can't just lie down like a chicken licking when you put it in the fridge. You saw the chicken lick when it's in the fridge. Doesn't make me to enjoy. I feel like
Can't lie
I'm on the
down
top
like
of
chicken
the
licking.
chicken when I collect it inside the fridge. And then I put it there to cut it piece, and then to cook it. You understand? I expect certain movement to give me to become more excited when I'm having a connection with my partner. And then I enjoy being a romantic.
You want to feel that she's also part of the action.
Movement and the action.
Yeah.
Where we
That's
need to have
performance-based.
certain kissing together.
Yeah.
But some girl, when you find out, when you come in terms of that position, you ask her those questions.
Yeah.
They give you unnecessary excuses. To me, I feel like she need to go consult the doctor to ask a question why you are like that. You understand?
Like how?
Look, you can't do any movement in the bedroom with your partner. It means you guys are not connecting during the time of the sexual.
Or what if maybe that woman, like girls
Let's
are different,
example,
right? Girls are different.
You've been around with different men. The feelings is gone away.
So you think that woman is
It
not
could be.
acting or participating
Yes, it
because
could be.
of...
Same way to the men. The
Yeah.
men that are having sex with a partner, a body cannot come on. It could be sick, sugar diabetic, or it could be certain disease on the man's body. That's why he cannot act, cannot manifest, or he's not enjoying the partner.
Are you referring to like ejaculation, or because I'm
Erectile
losing
No,
I'm
we
losing
can't
you.
just look at on the ejaculation. Before you go to
Erectile
ejaculation,
dysfunction.
you understand?
Yeah.
Your body need to function. If the body can't function, how can you ejaculate?
I'm very proud to say, ladies, I function
understand?
just
That's
fine.
right.
What?
I'm
Look,
ready to. I function just
I'm a
fine.
Portuguese. Look here, I'm a Portuguese. I'm a French. I'm Portuguese.
Yes.
We're very romantic when it comes in terms of sex. I don't just jump on top of the woman to have sex.
So you want to
I
have
wanna
the whole
play with you. I wanna
kissing, the
give you
whole
feelings.
Yes.
No, look, Serge, I'm part American, part Portuguese. You know
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
right? So obviously, I understand the romantic side of things. The Portuguese are very passionate
Yeah.
people. There's this, when it comes to the sexuality things, it's different. I mean, it's different, right? But I'm trying to follow your conversation when you say from the women's side she's not doing certain things. I'm guessing this is performance, right?
Yeah.
And then you further said that men, if they're not doing their side, it could be something based on health issues.
Yes, because
Explain
we
on
can't
that.
just look at on the side of the woman. We need to look at on the both
I think
sides.
Serge meant erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my
If the-
opinion.
And then you, Galston, you spoke about the tightness of the vagina and the wetness. And what
And
happens?
then I supported on the two
yes.
options that
And then
Yeah.
you
and
also
then I
added
edit.
there.
Yeah.
What happens if the tightness is tight enough for you and the wetness is wet enough for you, but the performance is not there? Would you still enjoy
But
it?
thank goodness that's the best basis so far. The performance we can fix later, right? If the wetness is not there, well, the tight, it's too loose going on. Damn,
Look, for
those
you
are
to
harder
go to
to
the
fix.
movement, like he said,
Yeah.
she need to enjoy it first before you go to the movement. Do you understand?
Yeah, I think you're referring to foreplay and everything, and this became a sexual topic per se. But okay, let's start here. So we are aware. I don't know if men are aware of this. Is that the older the woman becomes, the harder she's not as wet as before, right? So a 20.
Is this from your experience?
I'm not telling you experience. Google this if you have to. It's empirical evidence. The older the woman gets, the harder it is for her to get wet. This is why women get to menopause, because they struggle with the wetness, right? And the earlier you stop getting wet, the earlier you get into menopause as a woman. Women, I
Let
don't
me
know how
understand
women
your
are not
question. When you're
teaching each other.
referring-
Yeah.
No, I mean,
you're referring on the age.
Yeah, as women grow, wetness decreases.
Are you sure?
100%.
Look,
Look,
with my experience, I date women sometimes older than
you
me,
know what I'm
still
saying?
funny.
No, no,
you know what I'm
so-
saying?
so-
like
so- look.
even myself, if I compare myself to when I was younger, I'm perfectly, you know what I
No,
mean?
so
I
so
don't
so
think it can
so
be the age.
Yeah.
Even young girl,
Maybe it's not
you,
really the
you,
age.
no,
They
no.
don't
This. Okay. So let me be clear with you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
What happens now is that y'all speaking about a small group of people that are just fine as they grow. This is what happens with aging. For example, now let's talk on the men's side because it sounds like I'm out here trying to bash the women. The older you get as a man, the less stiff your erect will be. That's how it is, right? There's some men that erect better than other men. That's because of their health in general. I think that's what you were trying to touch on, but I was not quite sure. But that is a thing with aging, right? And this is when a conversation we had a lot earlier off camera. This is why older men prefer to have younger women, because younger women have so many things to their advantage. They still got tighter cookies. They get wetter in general. They've got the performance is sometimes better. It's a 50-50 versus older women. But then, the feel is better. They're not overweight at that start. They're still in their prime, right?
Do you think that's relative, and that depends on
It's not relative.
who you are, because not all
Does it depend on who you
men-
are? Yes, but it's not
all
relative.
men date younger women, right,
Yes,
Serge?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's not the topic, right? The topic at hand is
topic
the
is about
the sex, the
Yes.
quality
The
of the
sex.
sex, right? This
Yes.
is we
It's not
speaking in
about age.
general.
Okay, but what happens if a guy dates an older woman? They're gonna have sex, right?
Well, they should.
Look, I'm gonna
Yes.
support what you
And
say
they
when
are
you
probably
say
enjoying
about
the sex,
young-
right?
young
They
girl,
should.
because we're talking
Definitely.
about the young girl and
Definitely.
the sex
Yes.
on the older woman. We
Yes.
talk about when you
Both.
put it different on the older woman and then when we put young.
Yes. And what is
Say-
older?
say-
Wait,
say-
what
say-
is
say that
older to
again?
you?
Okay, what I'm trying to say,
Let's
remember,
give. I like that. Let's make older. Let's see what is older. Let's take a 22-year-old versus a 42-year-old, and then ask that question. We're gonna have those.
let's not go 42,
nine.
let's go to 52. Because some of
Hey
them,
man,
they can
I ain't never
come.
been busy at that age
I'm
with somebody
telling
with
you,
that
I've
age.
been. That's why I
I-
say, when it come in time of that, they do come.
What about a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old?
You know what? I don't want to talk about someone who's 20, right? They're just off their teens. Let's start at 22. up.
22 and 35.
Yeah.
35 versus 22, there is a change. It's very noticeable, right? There's a noticeable change on wetness, right? This is general. This is general. Don't speak about anonymity. Someone's text, but I've been fine my whole life. Power to you, right? And it's like, I'm 22 and I never get wet. Shame. I'm talking about in general. Now, what happens is this. As a woman grows older, the wetness goes lower. And that is part of the reason why they get to speedily menopause. The drier you become as a woman, the older you get, the quicker you get to menopause. Those are facts. I don't know how most women don't know this.
Do you believe on the certain woman, even if she's 22, she just doesn't just get wet like that without feeling you? You need to feel you first.
Yes.
I do
you agree with me?
No, I do agree with you. But here's the thing: is that if a woman doesn't get wet, a certain type of wet before that point, she has a problem. She needs to see a gynecologist.
What happens, because I'm sure you've heard this before, that women, when they approach their 30s, some women, when they approach their 30s, they actually enjoy sex more than in their 20s. I'm sure you've heard this before, right? What do you say about that?
Okay. About it may still difficult there, because that part, let's look at on that part, is a very sensitive part.
It's not that
Whatever you
sensitive.
touch it is like a man.
Which part?
The part of the woman.
Yes.
Hey, we
yes.
can say
The
clitoris.
part.
That is fine to say
You
clitoris. on
understand that? It's like a
The
man.
cake.
Yeah. When you touch a man part, immediately she turn on.
I don't know.
To some
I
of
want
men.
to get to your question.
Yeah.
The way you say, what was your question again?
My question was, I'm sure you've heard that some women
Enjoy sex better at 30s.
On the
more.
So
at
this
their
is
30s
what
and
happens.
40s even.
This
more
is
than
what-
when they were 20.
This is what happens,
Something.
right? Is that women in their 30s and 40s, when they get there, they tend to care less about how a man feels about the whole situation. They're not shy anymore. They're ready to let go. So they will perform as much as possible, right? Whereas a younger woman feels that she's more of the prize and she will just sit there and just be on her back. Whereas the older she gets, she understands that she needs to come to the party too, right? And this is what they refer to enjoying it. But that's the woman. That's not necessarily the man. Do you get where I'm going with this?
Let's not read
I
it
hear
on that
you.
direction.
I
because,
hear
you know,
you.
most of a
I
young
think you
girl
guys are
on
saying two
22,
different things.
Yeah, because which is experience and my experience,
Yes.
we go to different
Two
things.
different experiences.
Look, you might find 22 and 24, they're more active than a woman who's 30-something and the 40.
When you say active, are you referring to...
On the
Action.
sex, on the action. I'm
Oh, you
using
mean
on
they've
the
got
sex.
better
Love
performance?
made
Yes.
performance.
Look, performance it's relative, right?
Yeah.
So performance is more relative as opposed to vaginal quality, right?
Yeah.
And feel. For example, a woman that's 22 versus 42, it is more likely that the 22 has a better feel on her body than the
Let me
42.
give you an example.
Right? This is not an experienced thing.
Let me give you an
A
example.
40,
There's some of
22-year-old
women who
will
don't come
generally
to
look...
pee
let me-
during the sex.
let me-
What are you comparing with
Hey,
it?
man, I don't know about that part.
Thank you.
So I'm going
Are
to
you
put
going to
it...
run away when you see that, since you don't know that part?
I'm gonna leave that part out. Remember I broke down 3 parts, right? I said vaginal quality, performance, and feel, right? So vaginal quality, younger women in general win, right?
According to you.
No. This is just like I said. Use Google, do your research, go find a lot of literature, go to gynecologists.
Okay.
Have that
Well, now
topic.
what do you say,
Now,
Serge?
number
Do you
two.
think that's true?
So I have to finish this 3 parts, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to feel,
Yeah.
in general, 22-year-olds will feel better than... When I say feel, I'm talking about bodily feel. They generally look better. They're perkier. Because they're younger, right? But now when it comes to performance, that one is any direction goes. A 42-year-old can outperform a 22-year-old. A 22-year-old
Okay.
it can go any direction.
Okay, we are having a conversation with 2 guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear your view. You also need to hear Serge's view.
Look,
Yeah,
on my
absolutely.
view, I prefer most to date older women than young. You know why?
Why?
I enjoy most older women than young on the basis that, you know, on the certain age, they got tired of playing with their sex. Young age, they still continue playing with their sex. You enjoy most older women than a young one, which my experience that I have.
And your reason
I
is
enjoy it. You understand?
What
you
is it-
feel them
what
proper
is it-
tight,
What is it? A tight? Okay.
yeah, and then they come.
What is
Because
older to you? Just give me an age group.
Look, on the relationship, I don't look at the age.
No, but
age
you
is
said-
to me
you
is
said-
just a number. It
you
can
said-
be 50-something.
Okay, so let's just give a range. When
You
you,
might
say
see
older,
find 62.
older,
Makes
older,
you look young.
older.
but
to
let's
you
give
is
it a
from what
range.
age?
Like according
That
to
I
you,
can
what's-
date.
yeah, the ones
That
that
you
you
like.
say sexually you enjoy with, or give us that range.
Look, I can give you a range with certain number. It can be 40-something, 60-something.
Okay, so between 45 and 60.
You
Let's-
understand?
Let's work with
Trust
that
me,
number.
some men run away for certain women like that. And
I'm
those
one
are
of
good
them.
performance when it comes in terms of sexual. Trust me.
Okay.
You know, married women,
I will not
since they
trust
don't
you.
cheat a lot, since they don't cheat a lot, they focus with one man. You understand? When it comes in terms of a space to get another boyfriend because he's going through difficult things on the relationship, you enjoy him most. Other than this young girl, every week they are busy on the street.
So you guys are saying two different things.
Yeah,
You guys are
we're
saying
not
two different
agreeing
things.
Yeah.
on that at all.
You are saying you prefer the younger woman. You prefer the sex because you feel her
More
her
comfortable
cake.
with the young.
Yes, more
You
comfortable.
understand?
Her cake is tight enough for you and
This
so
is
forth.
generally speaking.
Generally
Yeah.
speaking, and Serge is saying actually he prefers an older woman because
They're better performers.
he
Not only
just
performance.
said that because they will
They
be
take care of themselves.
focused to like
They don't
you
play
know,
around
they'll
too
be
much.
married or
Yeah.
divorced or in one
During their
relationship.
marriage, they were focused with one man. That man had been cheating, but the woman always been sitting there to wait for the husband.
So what does it have to do with sex?
No. What mean, man, when you have that woman in the house, doesn't have a sex all the time. You go look out of the house. The woman can sit for 2-3 weeks without having sex.
Okay, so what does that?
months.
So what does
He's
that have to do
protecting
with
a-
you enjoying the sex with her?
Enjoying because you must understand.
Wait, Serge, I want to get this right. Are
Yes.
you talking about married women?
No. I'm giving on the experience.
Good point.
I'm giving
Serge.
on the
Oh,
experience
okay,
too.
okay.
You understand? I'm not talking on a married woman where
You're
I go
just
to
saying
involve.
a woman who's not that active, like with different guys. That's what you
Yes.
said, right?
You understand?
If
when
you're
you
referring
meet
to-
when you separate on the relationship,
Yeah.
you enjoy it most than these people in the street.
If you're referring from
when
an
she's
emotional base-
separated,
Yeah.
when she's separated because she was with one person.
1%. He was not
If
playing
you're
with
talking
the
about
Vaginal.
like an emotional tie with that woman, I can
No,
understand.
he's talking
No,
about sex.
no.
Yeah,
I'm talking
about sex.
emotional tie during sex. I
No,
understand
you put
that.
it as emotional.
No,
let's
he's
look.
saying-
Let's remove emotional.
He's saying
let's
the
look
sex.
at on the time of sex when you want to enjoy it.
What are you enjoying in that time?
What enjoying on that
He's
time?
talking about the cake.
Because
The
cake
actual
of this
cake.
woman, actual cake, doesn't play with the cake. Doesn't give it to nobody. He was giving it to one person.
But Serge, I don't know.
That's why
I
it's
don't know.
still fresh.
Yeah, go speak to some gynecologists,
Yeah.
right? It's the quality of a cake is not that it's not. It's not necessarily by how many people use it. It's usually over a period of time.
Let me
That's
tell
the problem.
you know that part
right?
is like an elastic.
Yeah, elasticity. But
When
then,
it's opening all the time, there is no more good taste on it.
all right. So we
Did you
cannot.
agree with me?
Partially, not entirely.
Basically, you guys have two
Have-
different views.
Man,
of-
you've had some baddies, right?
No, I have a good things.
So no, I'm saying baddies like
Okay.
those bad women, right?
Yeah.
Those baddies really take good care of the cake. I mean, you paying premium amounts of money for these women to go stitch themselves up to be tight again and to make sure that they're able to
No,
resell.
no.
They don't teach.
resell
They
it again.
treat it very good. Can I tell you on
They
the
treat-
African
they
culture?
treat it good
No,
for
but
sure.
he
Can I
just
tell you
said
on the
these are
African
women.
culture, they sit with it on the top of the water. They treat it nicely. She can sit for 1 hour, 2 hours
Well
in the
done.
hot
Oh,
water.
you
Well
mean
done.
like your yonis and
No,
Even
so
all the women,
so
they sit on top of. They treat
Yeah.
it properly.
and I'm fine
Yeah.
with that.
You
So
understand? It become more tight.
we're in
More
agreement
fresh.
so far, right? I don't think you'll understand that we're in agreement. So however the woman takes care of her cake,
Yeah.
she's taking care of it so that it can be of good quality
Yes.
for what
And
it's
they're
worth.
fresh.
Yeah, so I'm with you with that as concerned. You're just saying a lot of things that I'm struggling to follow.
Okay.
Like you're saying that the more men that she's with, the less the quality of the vagina would be. It's like, yes, however, that's not always the case. This is why baddies are there, going to doctors and trying to make sure that they continue to sell their cake. Right?
But you see,
At
the thing is, sorry, Galston, to cut you. The thing is, so that we don't go around in circles. Serge is not talking about the baddies. He did say that this
I
woman.
just brought up the baddie topic.
Oh
now.
yeah, he did say that this woman he's talking about was probably in a long-term relationship, whether it be a marriage and separated or divorced, or in a long-term relationship and they were with one partner, not multiple partners. And he feels that the sex
that's true.
is better there.
It's
Yeah,
generally better.
because
That's
she's
true.
not playing
And
with it,
and she's
taking care
older
of
from
it.
what
You
Serge
see-
is saying.
Understand?
One
And
of-
let's not look at only older. On the certain age too, there's some of the girl where you say, even if you're dating me, I'm not gonna open my leg to you.
So
until
you
I
are
become
saying
sure.
age doesn't matter.
Yes.
Whether they are young
Yeah.
or
Lies.
Yeah. Because
Lies.
look here. I met
No,
some
but that's
young
what Serge
girl.
is saying.
No,
That's
but
his truth.
Serge
I'm
is
some
saying
young
that.
girl.
What I'm telling
That's his
Serge.
truth. He's saying age
That's
doesn't
me.
matter.
Get out of here with his
Look
truth.
He's
Look,
saying
right?
age
Look
does
here.
not matter.
So
the cake is all about how you take care of it.
Care of
No,
it.
so yes, right?
Even if you
so
go to
so
doctor,
what happens is
you know,
that you're
they
having
put it some
extreme.
middle.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you be coming.
Yeah.
You might be tired, but you don't come.
Wait, so
Oh.
coming doesn't mean that you enjoying sex or not.
You just say here earlier.
Coming is an
you don't become
orgasm.
wet.
Yes.
You put part
Yeah,
of that.
but orgasm and wetness are not related.
Man, look here. You say part of become wet.
But when
How
you have an
become wet?
orgasm,
You
you
coming.
get. Wait, when you have an orgasm.
Dry is a
Alright,
problem.
so
more-
so
more-
y'all
more
y'all
weights,
we
more.
need to
tell-
educate.
you-
Okay, so
you
now
get
I'm
more
catching
when
up.
it's dry.
Now I'm catching up on what he's saying,
Yeah.
right? So orgasm and coming are not necessarily the same thing. Not to say they are not, right?
Yeah.
An orgasm is the feeling that you have in your body. Now, for whoever is got the deeper knowledge than I do, an orgasm, you can have an orgasm without coming. You can have an orgasm without getting wet because that is a reaction of your body enjoying it so much.
But
However,
do
you can
enjoy-
come.
Do you enjoy
coming,
your partner when she's dry inside?
No, but the thing is, you see what you're doing is that you're confusing like coming to wetness.
No.
So before I even touch the woman, right?
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
she is wet,
Yes.
and you can feel that wet is not a wet that comes from that has the same texture as urine.
Yes.
Right? It's
I
a
got you,
completely
I
different
got you.
texture. That's the wet that I'm referring to. I'm not referring to a urine texture
Look, you
wet
could
that
be
is not.
professional when it comes in terms of vaginal. I'm not a professional.
I'm not
a
professional.
I'm not. When it comes in terms of having sex, do I enjoy it or not?
No,
Yes.
You get my point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I want to satisfy my partner satisfies me.
Yes.
You understand? How do you
Yes.
feel when you go inside? The wall is like a cup. Do you enjoy it or not?
And the thing
It's
is,
wet.
it's okay, gentlemen. It's okay to
It is
have
actually okay
different
to have different-
views and different
Yes.
different tastes, or what do you call it?
Absolutely.
Different.
But what's happening here is that because because we're not understanding each other, I'm catching on now.
No. It's not about understanding.
No,
It's about
I
what
didn't
you like.
understand him in the
Oh, okay,
beginning.
okay.
So now that I understand that he's making, when we saying wet, he's referring to what anyone would call cum
Wet.
and wetness as one thing. These are two separate
No,
things.
no, it's two separate things.
Two separate things.
Agree
Now
with
the
you.
wetness, it happens before you enter there. Like, what's the quality of that wet?
Yes.
Now, when it comes to coming or the orgasm and the coming happening at the same time,
Yes.
there's a different type of wetness or the amount of liquid that comes out of there. That's completely different.
Okay.
So that's not what I'm referring to by wet.
You did not clarify it. I told you say general.
General.
You understand?
Well, now
you
I
could
am.
clarify on it. You understand? I enjoy sex when the woman come or she's wet.
Yes.
You understand? I'm gonna ask you a question. That question you might not like it. I like it. Do you love dog style when you have your partner?
I like all kinds of styles.
Thank you. I love
I
it too.
handles my business.
Especially I like it when you are thick, and then I love feeling it like I'm holding a truck.
And that's what I've talked about feel. You see?
I got you.
So
When you're holding a truck, huh?
I feel like I'm pushing
so,
a truck.
so he wants a dump truck. Like he wants
and such, and you said, Galston said, younger women feel better
in general, yes.
in general. Can
The
you go-
younger, when we say feel
you dive-
better,
dive deep
I
in
mean
that?
these are women that they've just recently blossomed. They're still perky, you know. They're not sagging yet and whatnot. Versus someone who's much older. This is in general, right? And when you're much older, you've been through a lot in life. You're aging, so this is why I say they generally feel better, and they probably at better weights than say the 42 version old of herself, you know. So that's what I mean by feel.
Can I just ask you one more question?
She's got less
there?
cellulite. She has, you know, because cellulite, you can feel it. You
But
can feel.
some men love cellulite.
No, that's okay. There's nothing wrong
Some
with that.
men love.
That's okay. Ain't nothing
saggy
wrong with that.
boobs.
But I'm just saying that in general, most men don't like saggy boobs.
No,
in general,
say you.
No, in general. I'm telling you, in general. It's not like all men. We're like, yeah, most men, we love them saggy. Of course not. But it's not just me. And the thing is, I want us to run away from the idea that although a lot of things that I am speaking of is subjective, but it's not all that I'm speaking that is subjective. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak from a general perspective as opposed to my
No,
experience.
I want you to speak from your perspective.
My perspective. You know,
Yes.
you want to know what I like?
Yes.
Woo! Okay, so I don't discriminate, right? As
Yeah.
long as it looks and feels good, I'm good to go. So the thing is, I do not like overweight. I do not like skinny. So I just make sure that as far as the variations that I work with, it has to look good and appealing for me to be appetized.
So you said, according to you,
According to me.
what
'cause,
what age group do you like?
generally under 30.
Okay.
Under 30, so say between 22, 29.
Do you mean when you meet a beautiful woman
And you are
when
how old?
Like,
40.
doesn't fall that under age, you mean you won't date it?
If
No,
she
I
what?
did not say that.
If she what?
You asked me about preference.
You see preference.
You asked me
Yes.
about preference.
Yeah, he say 20 to 30.
Let me
Yes,
break
yes.
it.
So
Let me
asking-
break it down like this to
Yeah.
you. So if I have, he says, what do you prefer, Lamborghinis or Ferraris? I'm like, yo, I love Ferraris. I'll have Ferraris all day. I have the Testarossa. I have the in Rosso. I'll have the F12 Berlinette. I'll tell you all the Ferraris I want. So you asking me. So if I gave you a Bugatti, you'd say no. It's like hell. I'll take the Bugatti. You understand?
Yeah.
That's a different league of car to what Ferrari is. I'll definitely take it. So it's not so much that. I'm not saying that if you were 30 something, you're rejected by me. No, I'm just saying that I
According to
prefer.
what you say, then
sub
people are
30.
watching us, listening to us. Some girl, when they hear you talk about 20 to 30,
Yes.
this
They
means
get
40
offended.
years is going to run away from you because you don't like that.
40 is a no.
You see?
So you can run
Galston
away.
I
does-
got here, that's his
You
Clearly,
can
Galston
run away.
doesn't want a 40-year-old.
Absolutely
I
not.
got his
You
opinion.
had
Or,
your-
That's the
or,
same
or
thing.
a 30-something-year-old.
30, it depends.
That's the same
30
thing. I
something.
asked him, he did not
It
respond to my
depends.
question.
There's-
I said to him that if
Yes.
a woman who's 40 come to you,
No, I do not want you.
looking,
Don't
you're
want
not
you.
gonna take him.
No.
Take her.
So you've never met someone who's 40 and she looked good. Her, you know what I mean?
No, I've met
she
a lot
was-
of women like that.
Then
You meet
why?
one
I just-
a woman
because
who's
she's
gonna
40.
tell you lies
Because she's
about
40.
his age,
Yeah.
But you're
about
also
the age.
40.
So,
You're also 40.
No, she just wants a
wait,
young,
I need.
fresh blood,
Yes.
whatever.
There you go. I
Yeah.
mean, it's that simple. That's what I want. Why you arguing with what I want?
Honestly,
And not
when you
everyone
come
is
in
like
the
that, by
certain
the way.
age, like a young
Most men
20,
are.
I'm very scared on that. On the basis what when it come in terms of relationship,
Yeah.
they don't have experience and the knowledge.
And that's exactly what
understand?
men want.
Okay.
Women with less experience.
Yeah. I want somebody who's got experience where I feel that we can build something together.
But-
we can have a good sex. We can communicate. We can connect.
Yes.
You
And
understand?
Yes.
power to you.
Yes.
And I'm for that what you want. I'm
And
for
then
it. But
she
that's
can
not what
challenge
most
me
men
too.
want.
She can challenge
You
me too.
want okay. So you're saying you want someone who can challenge you, someone who's experienced some life, someone who's ready to settle down
Yeah,
and
to build a
to
relationship.
build a relationship
You
with
understand?
you. Yes.
But all women are capable of that.
Not all.
It's
Not
just
all.
if
I'm
she
gonna
decides
disagree
if
with
she's
you.
going to come to the party. All women are capable of building relationships.
No, Serge, you are saying you want someone. Serge is saying
On this
you want someone
stage.
who's older because you just like you
And
prefer
that's
the
okay.
younger one.
I-
Serge
I'm
prefers the
for-
older
young
one.
I'm for it.
generation.
I'm like for what he wants.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
I'm like, yo, Serge, you want an older woman? Power to you.
Yeah.
But most men, that's not what they want. Most
No,
men.
but right now we have Serge, we have Galston. It's
talking
50-50
about
right
me.
now.
Okay.
Right now where I'm sitting,
With
I
my
see 50-50.
experience, I love
Yo,
That's
there's-
what I'm seeing
there's
right
people,
now.
Okay, all the people in this room are like in their 20s.
Please,
so we can't
guys,
ask them.
comment on the comment section. If you're a man and you're watching this, you can, and women as well, of course. You know
Let's
what I mean?
make an average age of 45. If you're 45, what age group do you prefer? Put it there in the comments. Fair enough?
Fair,
The best looking women in general are in their 20s.
according to you.
No, not according to
you.
me. Not
Trust
according to
me.
me. You can check any survey anywhere.
No, look, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. I'm just listening to both your views.
Look.
I mean, Serge just said he prefers older
Yeah, he
women.
prefers
and
it,
you,
and I
you
also prefer younger
women. And that's
Yes,
okay.
that's
Serge
100% okay.
prefers, Ging, older women look more beautiful to Serge.
Yes,
And
power
you,
to him.
Younger women look more beautiful
Power
to you.
to me.
And
So
that's okay.
what we
We
say,
sit
and that's
together
okay.
to challenge, yeah.
So,
50-50.
so
We
what
sit
I'm
together
telling,
to
what I'm
challenge.
telling you that in as
Exactly.
much
Come
as
in term
in as
of-
much as we have differences in that,
Yes.
most men prefer younger women. I'm not making
Do
this
you
up
think-
because of my
Serge,
preference.
Do you think most men prefer younger women?
Okay, when
Don't
we
lie,
get in a
Serge.
certain age, they are. That's why you remember the show we did couple of years ago, Sugar Daddy. There's meaning of Sugar Daddy is those old men who want young age. They think,
sugar daddies.
Yeah, they can function properly.
I will be your sugar
That's
daddy.
what they think. That's what I have my brother here.
I'm just playing when I said that.
No, you don't play. You are 40. If you date a 22-year-old, aren't you kind of like a sugar daddy?
Technically,
What is the difference?
but I think so from a technical perspective,
Yeah.
you're actually very, very right. But reason why
You
I
want to be a
can't,
blesser, basically.
I can be a blessing
Look,
too.
Sugar Daddy
But
can be a
here's
blesser. That's you must understand. Let's not contradict ourselves.
so what's a sugar
blesser-
daddy?
Yeah.
A sugar daddy is an old man
Oh,
who
who's just
prefer young girl.
And then a blesser?
is a man with money who wanna manipulate young woman let you not just say young woman.
Yeah.
Who wanna manipulate a woman
Yeah.
because of his money?
Okay.
Oh,
So where do I stand in this
He stand
regard?
A sugar
on
daddy.
the sugar daddies.
But
Oh.
then, but what if I just want to make sure that the women have a really good
That's
time
when most
financially?
men running away from that. Being a sugar daddy say no. I just want the young age. Fine.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Most
Go
women
to
I
the
date,
age that
most
you-
women I date in that age
Yeah.
don't look any younger than I do. Not so. The women I date are like 15 years younger. They look my age.
But you
Okay,
just
how
said
do
the
you
younger
feel?
women look younger and so forth.
Let
You
me
just
ask you
Yeah,
a
but
question,
look
is
how young I look.
So
40-something.
basically, are you saying the 20-something-year-olds are looking like 40-year-olds? Is that what you're saying?
Let me ask him something. If he's 40,
I don't think I follow.
let
Yeah.
me say to you.
Ah,
if you're
you
40,
follow very well.
Look,
It's
you 40, no? 42?
yeah,
Yeah.
40.
40. Let's say you have a child when you are 20.
Yeah.
Your daughter now is 20 years. And then you date a girl who's 22.
Your daughter's
How do
almost
you
26
feel
age.
about it?
You want to ask me that question?
Please,
so
I would love
so
to know.
so I'm not if I'm 40. I am 40, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Number one, my
Okay,
oldest
39.
child.
We can say 39 or 38.
That's fine.
You
Listen-
have a child when you are 18
Yeah.
or 19.
And then you date someone who's your
Different-
child's
yeah.
almost your child's age.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Serge. There's a lot of factors that you've left out there. I am 40, right?
Yeah.
And I do choose women that if I had a child at age 20, they would be 5 years older than my child at that time. How do I feel about dating that person? So here's the thing. It's not like I sat here single the whole time. Oopsie, my phone ringing.
I agree
It's not
with
like
you.
it's not like I sat here the whole time and just messed with women in their 20s like Leonardo DiCaprio and got older. What happened was I was in an actual marriage. And then when those marriages got to a place where they, it fell apart. And then I saw my age and I evaluated my life and I said, look, I'm actually very comfortable with where I am. I got what I've grown to my peak of my life. Why do I now have to get a woman that's not in her peak? So I choose a woman that's in her peak. Now, in her peak, according to what I would prefer, is what I look for. I'm not going to look for a 35-year-old woman. And look here, I'm not saying anything against 35-year-old women. A 35-year-old woman, you can be an exceptional woman and all that. I'll look for a 25-year-old woman that is still new. She's not very experienced with life. She's teachable and all those things, and prefer to wife her or be with her, as opposed to having a 35-year-old person. So I don't see where the problem with that is. It's actually what men prefer from generations and generations of time. So
of that.
no, I won't, because my dad and my mom are 12 years apart from each
Yeah,
other.
don't look at
And
from your dad and your mom. Look at the experience, because when you get a woman
Mm-hmm.
for those age who doesn't know nothing, when you're gonna bring him around, he's gonna learn certain things. Trust me, he's gonna give you a big problem.
with me to be fair,
yeah.
ne? With me to be fair, like of course, like I said, I mean, right now we have two guys, and you guys prefer different things, and that's okay. I mean,
That is
you do
okay,
get 25-year-olds who are matured enough to date a 40-year-old.
absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you made it clear. You made it clear that 40-year-olds should not DM
No,
you.
do not. Stay away from me.
I'm
I have to put something that's really, really interesting. I remember I married two women. These two women are 10 years apart of age from each other.
Yeah.
10 years apart in age
So your
from each
first
other.
wife was your age, roundabout.
1 year older,
Okay.
right? The other one was 9 years younger, right? So the experiences I have from these women based on age, culture, and all those other things and different life experiences count. But based on age was vast.
But then again, people are different. You understand what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? People
We're
are
not,
different.
we're not,
You
I'm
can
not taking
get-
away that they're different. I
you-
just said we're not taking
yeah.
away that they're different. I'm just saying it's because of age, the vast difference. The first one was more experienced, like you're referring to, and she was, well, this is her personality, she was more wiser in that regard, and that had its advantages, right? But there was a certain barrier that I couldn't get through because of her age, right? And this is not like,
Which
again,
is what? What was the barrier?
I don't want to talk like down to my baby moms in the process, because I still respect them as a whole, so I keep the topic very general. Then as opposed to the younger one, the same barriers because of age was so much easier because she was younger, and you could tell it was an age thing. Yes, intelligence comes into play. Yes, all those things come into play too, but it worked easier with a younger one. And not to say that the younger one was better than the older one, or the older one was better than the younger
know
one.
what?
They were both just as bad.
I have a question.
Yeah?
I have a question. Do you think a maturity level of a man determines what age group they want to date?
Look, let me respond. You see,
I'll
on
process
this moment,
while he answers.
you see, in this moment, what I'm gonna say, you know, most men, older men, they prefer to marry young girls.
That's what I said this whole
You
show.
understand?
Thank you.
Wait.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
go
you,
to
finally.
We are different. When I was with my ex, my baby's mom, we were same age. I love that.
How old were you then?
Look, I born in 1973. She was in 1973 too.
No, how old were you when y'all first kicked it together?
It's difficult for me to calculate it. That was 10 years, 8 months. We separate. It's almost 4 years now. When
Okay.
we go for that way,
So you're probably in your 30s,
30s.
late 20s, 30s.
it could be there.
Yeah.
So
You
it is
understand?
common. It is common for people to start off relationships in their 20s and early 30s at the same age. That is common.
Look, to him, that is your opinion. Me,
It's not an opinion.
if I date a young
But
girl,
it is your opinion.
It's not an opinion.
okay, it's
I just
your
said it is
choice.
common. Remember, I'm explaining to you now that look at the Caucasian people. They all go to college to get wives and husbands, right? And generally, they last longer than, say, the black counterparts, right? They don't last as long as Caucasian marriages. But look now that because of the modern world change, even the Caucasian marriages are taking knocks as people of the same age. So what happens now is that men in general are getting to their 40s and they're marrying down. And then
So
the
what
men turn
happened-
60.
What happened before they got married in their 40s?
Mm-hmm.
Who were they dating?
Oh, they were dating a whole bunch of everythings, right?
And then what? Are you saying that most
Are you
men are
considering
getting
it or
married
not?
at 45 now?
Excuse me?
Are you saying men are getting married at 45 now? It's
Yeah,
not
like
true.
closer to 40.
You're not
They-
It's not
considering-
true. There's other men getting married in their 20s and 30s. A lot of men are getting married in their
yeah,
20s
yeah,
and
yeah.
30s.
I'm not saying that they're not getting married. What I'm saying is that
And
their
they're marrying
marriages...
even older. Look, I have friends.
And ask
I have
them how long
friends-
it lasts.
I have
they
friends
could
Yeah.
be
who
other
are married
people
to younger
for long.
guys.
Okay, and how long is their marriage now?
What, a few years?
Yeah, just wait 7 years afterwards.
Okay, wait. Look, Galston, you are married to a younger woman.
And an
right?
older woman.
And an older woman. And unfortunately, they both didn't work. So it means
There's a
age doesn't
fortune to it.
matter.
That's true.
It means age doesn't matter.
No.
On the
That's-
relation, when you
there's-
love a person, you love a person.
Exactly.
So you,
Just
you-
me,
I
on
think
the age, I
I
can't
think
move with a young girl in the public in front of people. People seeing me move with a young girl. If I fall
You
in
don't want to
love-
be seen as a sugar daddy.
Yes.
oh, I'm moving them younger.
And you want to be seen as a sugar daddy.
Look, I'm never seen as a sugar daddy because nobody knows I'm. Everybody still thinks I'm in my 20s. Everybody
No,
still
you
thinks
look,
I'm my.
You could look like
Yeah,
that.
so
That's
I can-
you.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
knows your
I.
age. You can move around.
Yeah.
But a person like me, when they look at my age, they might feel I'm more than 30 and 40. And then I cannot be moving in the public with
With
a
the
young
20
girl. People
yeah.
look at
and
me like
and
this.
fair and
Yeah.
I
and,
feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
and that's
You
fair
understand?
enough. That's fair enough. What are we saying here is that you say age has nothing to do with it. I say that age has a good large part to play with it, but a marriage has multiple dynamics, right? The dynamic of era, which era we at, the dynamic of how these two people handle each other, whatnot. There's multiple dynamics. So when, I'm not saying age have a 10-year gap and your thing will be successful. That's that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that age is a factor of success in a
According
marriage.
to you.
But to him, according to him, if you'll be in the relationship, he's got certain age where you wanna be. But according to me, if I wanna be in the serious relationship, I prefer to date
Someone
someone older. Why? Number one, she's very matured when it comes in terms of that. Number two, it's difficult for you guys to get a problem. Young generation, they wanna go out, they'll frustrate you with the things that you don't wanna see, and then you don't wanna be part of that.
A lot of 22-year-olds are still young. They still want to go out and so forth. And you are in your 40 and you probably want to settle down,
Yes.
right?
And then you don't go out.
And
most
you
of
don't,
time.
of
you
course.
can go once.
Unless if you
at a
want to be
time.
sugar daddy
Baby
in
girl,
a club and buying
let me
drinks
explain.
for
Let me
everyone.
explain to you my life, right? I didn't grow up in a time or in a since I was born. I told you I was born in the previous shows. I was born to a rich family, so I have a very big range of life. I understand traveling. I understand what it means. We have a 2 million rand bar at the house. Well, at my dad's house, not at mine, and we have all those things. Do you understand? So I know life as a whole. So what people are doing, popping bottles in the club, does not excite me, right? I do not need that level of recognition. I don't need it, right? So if I get a young girl, first thing I said to my girl is, I gave her an assignment. I said, look, I want to travel with you somewhere. You pick the place. You tell me the budget. We will go. See, that's what I want to experience with her. And this
Hey,
particular
did you
girl,
hear that?
You see
You
with a
picked the
young
place.
girl,
you
look
pick,
here.
Budget,
and
let's
she's
go.
a young girl.
Trust me, with a young girl, when you give her that option, it's not the option that she's choosing. She want to pop bottle. When you don't give her that,
it's
the
generally,
relationship cannot be long.
generally speaking, you're correct.
Yeah.
However, I'd like to think I don't choose those kind of women, and I've chosen a lot of them,
Yeah.
and none of them speak that language. The moment
you'll
they
never
speak,
know when
the
you
moment,
meet her.
and we did this in the 2 episodes ago, is that the women that I have, women that approach me in that fashion, I don't want them. I'm not interested in them. Right? I'd prefer a woman that has
But
a better
that's not
quality.
most women who approach me. That's the life that they want. They don't know that I'm already tired of that life.
Yeah.
You understand?
And when are you not there anymore?
I'm no more there anymore. That's why when I find a woman who give me that impression, I take off.
Probably G
immediately.
is starting that life now.
You understand?
you
No,
know?
G is saying
I
no.
don't-
Like
Which
you
club-
said, you
which
are
club-
on your prime now.
which
No,
club
you
have you seen
40.
G-
Now
How
you
I
got
speak-
your money right.
I
now
don't.
you.
I don't. I speak to club owners and say, "Do you
think-
want to sell your club?"
G
That's
think
what
when you
I
see a
do.
young girl
Yeah.
like that young girl can go according to what he wants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When that your relationship with
You
that
can't
young
control
girl is
anyone.
not gonna go far.
You know, the thing
I have
is, why
experience.
why is this labeling controlling? Right? It's not controlling. So I should have said this in the beginning of the relationship. I am a patriarch, but I'm not a controller. Right? A woman is free to do what she wants, but if she goes overboard, she can go do it someplace else and not in the home that I'm building for her.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. The relationship is not gonna go far, especially with the young generation, because they will tell you,
Yes,
I still
and-
young, I
and-
still want to
and
enjoy
in
my
G-
life.
Yes,
you can't
yes,
stop him
yes.
from that.
I'm
And
still.
so you're right about that. The quality of men and women of our time is very, very low, and therefore it does not last. However, at this stage, I'm not looking for marriage, right?
yeah.
So I'm looking just to have a relationship until for.
So you're
what it's
looking for
worth.
fun.
Agree with, no,
Yeah,
He wants a relationship.
A relationship,
But trust me,
but just not to the point of marriage
young
yet.
generation. On
A
this
woman needs to
moment,
qualify herself to
Yes.
be with me. She remember I said this in the previous thing. She needs to show me that she's worthy of me because I will take care of her to the ends of the earth. So she has to show herself that she's worthy. This is why I say I'll have a young woman and wait my time out with her or them.
Until she grows
Or them.
up. What?
No, until she shows me she's worthy.
Oh, okay.
If she does it in 6 months, good. If she
Yeah.
does it in 3 years, good. If she does it in a time that is too long for me, well, who's next?
And then you mentioned that you look younger.
Yeah, I didn't mention it. Look,
no,
look.
no. When people look at you,
Yeah.
they think you are younger than the age that you
Yeah.
are.
Okay,
That is the
okay,
Yeah.
Galston. You look younger.
You're right.
You look younger, right?
Right.
So if you looked 40, right?
Mhm.
Would you still be going for 22-year-olds?
I'd be ashamed of myself if I looked 40, right? As opposed to what other
No,
people.
40, you're already 40 soon.
Yeah, I
Let's
am
say
40.
45
I'm not
or
ashamed.
50.
I'm not
So
Are you
he's
ashamed.
gonna
riding
still
on his
look
looks. G's riding on his looks.
Absolutely, because I work for it, right? So I'm not ashamed of being 40. I'd be ashamed if the standard of what 40 people look like today, I'd look like that. I'd be ashamed of myself because I need to be in my best form possible. Before I came to the studio, I had to do 100 push-ups. I had to do 100 sit-ups. I had to do a lot of bench presses to look the way I did. I
Yeah.
have to make sure that I diet well. I mean, I need to make sure that I look as good as I possibly can
So-
because of my health.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. I think we've covered a lot, right? Serge, what are your comments before we close the show?
Surge any
Okay.
seriousness. Here we
Look,
go. Let's sit up straight for this.
I want to brief properly if I give my message so you can feel it is coming from my bottom of my heart. We're in the show.
We need
to
Serge
tell
on the
the
show,
truth.
yes.
You understand? That's me. You know, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change my option. I'm sure most people see on my Instagram what type of picture of women I like and what type of picture for women I don't like. Trust me, my brother is his option. I'm not going to change his option. He enjoys his age. I enjoy my age too. I'm going to go for matured girls, women, older women that I feel we copy on the same page. We end up good looking together. I'm not going to walk around with my goggles ager than me like my mom. I'm going to go according to the level what is suit me with her. Even tomorrow when we feel like we want to have a child, she'll be able to provide me back what I want. You understand? Even if we come in the term of sexually, we want to be in the romantic option. We can click, we can create. I'm not going to take age of 20. Trust me, not me. We'll be riding on the relationship. That's between me and you. Thank you, my people.
Okay.
Can I say my
Thank
piece?
You, Serge. Thank you, Serge.
Some-
You don't like younger women. You don't want to be Sugar
I
daddy.
don't want to be a sugar daddy.
Well, I don't know what the definition of sugar daddy, and I don't think I'll meet that because I look in my 20s. So my advice is,
But you're not. You're 40.
I'm not. I'm 40, and I'm glad I'm 40 because I've got a lot of life experience.
Yes.
So my advice is, if you in your 20s, work hard. So by the time you get to your 40s, you're fit, you're financially fit, you're physically fit, you're healthy, you've gained all the wisdom, you've gained all the scars and the experience in life to choose whatever you want, whether it's the home, the cars, the women. You've got choices. So work hard and work smart and have a girl that is young in her prime like I do.
Thank you, Galston. There we have it. We have two different guys who prefer different kinds of women. Galston prefers the younger girls, which is okay because that's your
Ain't
preference.
nothing wrong with that, yeah.
Serge prefers your age or older.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, which is great. Your preference. There we go. South Africa and beyond. You've heard the men speak. So yes, this is the show where you guys finally get the answers of what you want addressed by the guys. And today we were obviously speaking about preferences, do men lie, and sex and relationships. So we've covered a lot of that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell, and don't forget to comment, guys. Please don't forget to comment and let us know what you prefer and what you like, and obviously what you thought about the show.
Hit the comment section. Make sure you comment. Again, I'm for freedom of speech. We want to know what you like, what you want, how we can improve the show, and more.
All right, from me, it's bye. And guys, you can...
I'll throw gang signs.
It was a wonderful show. To those who are watching it, continue watching the show.
Peace out. Bye, guys.